I just arrived for the session here with Riker, and I sat down. As you can see, I'm sitting on the floor. Riker is right here. Now, Riker is a little bit reactive to people and to some dogs, and the Guardians have been working with him, and they've taken him some classes. But they want to make sure that they get it under control, so they invited me to come in and kind of evaluate the dog. I haven't even seen him yet because I kept my back to him. For dogs, front-facing is confrontational. Sideways, as we talked about off camera, is more approachable. Behind is defenseless. Now, when I first came in, he was holding his breath. He didn't bark when I first came in, which is unusual, but he is muzzled as well as being in the kennel. Kind of a double safeguard. And so I approached slowly. I was a couple feet away and he started to bark. I kind of stopped, wait for him to stop barking. Then I got, well actually he didn't even bark until I got a little bit closer. I sat down and started backing towards him. It wasn't until I was probably about where my feet are now that he actually erupted in a little bit of barking. So we stopped, waited for him to settle down, then I gradually moved myself further and further back. As you can see now, I'm leaning against the kennel. So he came up and sniffed me and investigated me, and dogs meet people or meet things through their nose. So at first he was kind of holding his breath, then he kind of started breathing, I don't want to say heavily, but probably just from more holding his breath and started breathing a little bit animated. Then he sat down and now he's lying down. So these are all signs of a dog that's relaxing. And you want to go at your dog's pace. A lot of people put too much pressure on the dog to perform and push too far, too much. And then that creates a reaction from the dog. If I'm not comfortable going into a room full of spiders and somebody forces me in there, that's going to amplify my reaction or resistance to going in there. Somebody lets me kind of do it gradually. It helps me process it, and that's kind of a little bit of the application of what we're doing here. Now, one of the things I ask the Guardians is, what they do when people come in, and a lot of times they held the dog back by his collar. That can actually amplify the reaction because the dog tries to, put forth a little bit of effort trying to break free, and that spills over to the reaction of the person. And he also, I found out in the discussion, he did a little bit of submissive, possibly excited urination, and when we were, dressing him down. So that tells me that he's a little bit of an insecure dog, and maybe we could boost up his confidence to help him feel better about it. When he's insecure or upset, do you guys kind of pet him to console him and help him feel better? And so, reassure him. So for dogs, anytime they're in an unbalanced state of mind and we pet them, we are reinforcing whatever unbalanced state of mind they are in. And I have seen a number of people who have a dog that's dog reactive, aggressive, anxious, nervous, fearful, and they pet the dog and the dog will amplify and continue to try to act that way because that's what's getting them the attention. So the best thing you can do for a dog is to get it to literally move forward. That's how dogs get over things, is by literally move forward while they see them at a distance where it's not intense enough. And when the Guardians have done a great job, they made a lot of progress. Now they can walk him in a loose leash, they can walk him around other dogs, even dogs that are reacting at him. But still, when humans come into the home, sometimes it's a little bit challenging for him. So we're going to go through some steps and some things, some of it on camera, some of it off camera, to give them some tools that will help the dog feel a little bit more confident. Because a lot of times when the dogs feel insecure, they go to dog. I'm going to lash out, I'm going to lunge, I'm going to bark, I'm going to try to hopefully scare this person away. And it's natural for humans, especially when we have a big dog, to kind of pull back a little bit. And that tells the dog, oh, this is working, and sometimes that amplifies it. So we might have two factors that are kind of amplifying this. The Guardians petting the dog to try to console, which is human psychology, works great for humans, just not good for dogs. And also, making him feel better about himself by building up his self-esteem so he doesn't feel like he has to lash out. So this is just kind of the initial evaluation period. I just kind of want to talk about things, but it's really important that anytime your dog is doing something that is unbalanced, we do not pet them. If you have to, take them into another room, redirect their attention, do a focus exercise, do a watch exercise, take them for a short walk. Do what you can to get them to calm down, and then when we bring them back in a very measured way. The session I just worked with yesterday was with a Great Dane that wanted to just rush right into the room, so I had to put him on a leash, and we stopped every step, and we came in very measured and made sure the dog stayed in a calm, balanced state of mind. Most dogs get the most trouble when they're overexcited. And so one of the key things that we're going to look to do here is to make sure the dog stays calm and balanced rather than getting overexcited.